Yeah, you better step into the light. Just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up?
Well, hello everyone. Lovely to see you all. Thank you for joining us. I know it's a different night, and I am Narelle Warcon coming to you from Mackay, Queensland, Australia on Who, What, Where Tuesday. We have our special guest that was unable to join us last week. A little bit of a misunderstanding with times and things like that, but we have made sure that we have our special guest here to be able to share a part of his story. So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us, Manik. Saka, thank you for joining us. Any of those joining in from social media platforms, whether it be from Facebook or LinkedIn, thank you so much. If you are new to the channel here, please subscribe and ring the bell so that you get notifications for when we do go live. Now, I want to bring a few things up before we go over to our special guest. Tomorrow, which is normally my Who, What, Where Wednesday, is our Australia, New Zealand and surrounding islands Christmas party. And we're looking forward to seeing you, because it's come to that time of the year again where we get to celebrate each other, where we get to support each other, where we get to love on each other and share those special times throughout the year that brings us to this time of the year. We know many of you out there are suffering at the moment. Hi, Shri and Omprakash. I'll get it right one day. We know many of you are suffering out there, and we don't take it lightly. You know, we want you to come along and certainly celebrate with Australia, New Zealand and surrounding islands. Hi, Nasia. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us. So tomorrow night, Australian 8 p.m. Queensland time, and it will be in our groups. If you need the information, please reach out. There will be a Zoom link. So Parvit, lovely to see you. There will be a Zoom link as well. So we're doing something a little bit different, a little bit fun, lots of fun. So bring along your Santa hat, wear your Santa hat, bring your biggest smile, and please join us tomorrow night. We will be putting out the link. Keep an eye out for the YouTube channel. The link will be on there as well. But we'd love to see you there. So thank you for coming in from Bangladesh. So that's part of my news, so that you know that that's coming tomorrow night. Instead of a special guest, we're having a Christmas party. We're going to be joined by Kenton Patterson from New Zealand, and some others coming in from Australia, New Zealand and surrounding islands. So we don't know how many, but hey, we're going to have fun anyway. And that's what it's all about. So thank you very much for joining us this evening. Thank you for coming in from social media. Thank you for coming in from LinkedIn. And it's so wonderful to have you here. Now, tonight's guest we were having last week, and it just didn't, like I said, there was a little bit of a time change. It's 10 p.m. here in Australia where I live right now. But we're going to go over to our special guest, Kumaran. Kumaran Rangasamy is coming in from Malaysia, and it is an absolute honour to have you, Kumaran. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Lovely to see you.
Hi, Narelle. Thank you for inviting me to your show to share my story. Thank you.
Thank you. And like I said, it's an absolute honour, and we would like to hear more about you, Kumaran. Where do you come from? Were you born in Malaysia? You know, like parents, brothers and sisters, you know, a little bit about where, not only where you born, but a little bit about your upbringing. So please go ahead.
My name is Kumaran Rangasamy, and I'm born in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, and I am a Tamils. Okay, they call us Tamils. We are actually from South India. During the British in 1980s, okay, my grandfather came to Malaysia to work as a general worker in our port city. Those days it calls Port Sydenham, but now it's Port Klang. So under British, my grandfather was working here, and suddenly uh, my mother, okay, my mother's grandfather, they also from South India. They came here, so that's how uh, my father was born here in Malaysia. Then in 1950s, my father arranged wedding with my mother. So that's how our family tree grow in Malaysia. So in our family, we have three brothers and two sisters at the moment. Um, so uh, my age now is 57. Okay, and I'm
Wow.
married.
You're like
I'm
about 23, for goodness sake. 57, come on. Do you reckon
yeah.
hey, yous that are listening in, please put in the chat if you think that Kumaran looks like he's 57. Come on. Anyway, go ahead.
So I was born in 1967. Okay, so
Wow.
that's why if you minus it's 57.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I can work it out.
um, so uh, my we all the while staying in Port Klang, the same. So I grow here, and my secondary school, my primary school is all from here. Even until now, I get used to this town. So I work, I travel, and I will come back here. So it's so attached with Port Klang, and in 1997, I got married, and I met my wife in my working place. So it's about 3 to 4 months. But then then she left from working here because she was under probation. So she left, and the friendship later after about 1 year. So so we got married.
It's yeah, it's very hard. So what you're saying is that you lived in Malaysia and she was from India, and you
She's
had
from No, she
sorry.
also from Kuala Lumpur. She is also a
Oh,
third
okay,
generation.
okay, cool. Oh, wow,
Mm,
that's amazing. Yeah,
yeah,
that's really incredible. No, I just didn't know. Like you met her at work, and I know that you said that, and but you also stated that with your parents it was an arranged marriage, which can work out very well. Sometimes, most of the time.
yeah.
Excuse me,
It's
because
going
of
to
the
be it's going to
culture.
be 27 years old. Our marriage life,
Wow.
and the
Wow,
best.
27. Oh my gosh,
And,
that's a long time. You don't even look 27.
no, no,
So I'm sure your wife looks absolutely beautiful and stunning. I'm just going to share a little story here because today we called in. There's a little corner shop around the corner, and there's a guy there from Pakistan, Anoop. Anoop has been a friend of ours since we've been living here for just over 5 years in this area. Anyway, he's always excited to see us. He's such a wonderful young man. He's in his 30s, about 35, I think, and he's just the most beautiful. Anyway, he has an arranged marriage and he's known his bride for a long time, but she is in India and he lives in Australia. So he's just come back just a couple of days ago from visiting her in India. And I was saying to my son, how hard that must be to live so far away. It's not like she's the next town or you can just get in your car and drive there for a couple of hours. So, um, is that still an ongoing something that happens within your culture, or is it more at ease now where you can just choose your own love?
no, it's changing now. It's changing now because
Yeah,
even my marriage is actually we know, but then the elderly they propose. They know that we are very close already, so they did the survey and findings, and they managed
yeah,
to yeah. So it's but the new generations, is changing because
So, do the young ones like yourself, young one, but you're 57. I suppose it's all like an approval thing from the parents, still, from that age, but maybe the younger ones not so much now.
so I 50-50. Some say yes, some say no. So it happens. Is still there are a lot of love marriage going on. So it's always to say, because end of the day, they're the one going to live together. So
Yeah, yeah. We've
uh,
just got a few more people joining us in the chat. So thank you. Let us know where you're coming in from. Please say hello. Please support Kumaran for coming on and sharing a part of his story. So go ahead, Kumaran. What, where, and from there.
okay. So before, actually, I just forgot to tell what I was doing in my secondary school. Already went to my my marriage life. Okay, after finish my primary school, okay, then I was finished my high school. Then after that, coincident, one of my eldest brother, passed away. So he was the breadwinner in our family. So I no suddenly have to go to start my work because of financial in our family. So after finish my high school, I started as a bank teller, as a bank clerk in one of the famous public bank in Malaysia. So that's how my at the age of 21, after high school, so I just started my career as a bank clerk. Without it's not a dream or suddenly it just happened. It's like helping my family. So
Yeah.
there was all my dream, all I just put one side, and it just started. And since I have no working experience, this corporate environment is totally was something very new to me. And I was placed at one of the branch in Shah Alam. So what happens when I was there, since I was new, the elderly people, they was working there, the seniors used to, see, I'm so fresh. So I've been something like been the word bully or something. I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
About after that, I got confirmation after 3 months. Then actually, I love to play football, sports in active in Malaysian footballs, soccer. But then I do not know the banking environments those days. When I started, always overtime, 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 and I've been like all my sports, all everything, and I like married to my work. So that's how my life started. So adapt to the environment is about working 9 to 5, then after the overtime, and maybe those days we work Saturday half day. So the whole life just went like went like that. But then in my mind always, this is not my what I was choosing. This is but what to do. So it's just track. And so what happened to me, the seniors did, I have always something like a black dot. But then that's where I learned about union. The bank have union. So they came in my picture after a few years. Then I was active in the union because my deep inside, I like to help people. So
Yeah.
then what I came across, I always, when the new staff come in, so I will guide them. And then I was very active in the union until I was selected one of the union in the branch, the town, the central one.
Yeah.
And so this the banks don't like when you have someone active in the union. So after
Yeah.
9 years in the banking, I got promoted, become a bank
Yeah.
officer. Something like I was happy, but then that is not, because now I have to go and control, and my friends who are earlier, they are my friends, the clerks. Now I have to manage them. So I totally don't like this environment, because earlier I told you I don't like. I just came and accept as a work, but So I made a choice after I got married. And this is not my line, so I resigned and I went sales line where there's a lot of freedom. I manage
Mm.
my time and I work alone because sales you do yourself. So I left the bank. Then that's how I started my sales line in '97 after I got married. So slowly, I got my first kid. I have 4 children. Okay,
Wow.
so uh,
Busy
so
boy.
yeah, no, it's all happens. I in '98, my son born. Then I was still doing my sales, continued doing my sales. Then in 201, my daughter, she born,
Yeah.
and then after in 205, my second daughter born.
Yeah.
Then so I saw uh, my commitment and financially I have to I have to upgrade and
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah, absolutely. Can you
yeah.
just, I just want to stop you there for a minute, Kumaran, because you talked about going into sales. Was it something in particular that you were selling? Was it something that you liked to sell? Was it something you were good at? Was it something that was really needed? Like what sort of sales were you in?
Okay, the first I went was in marketing pallets, the wooden pallet. So
Yeah,
it's something new to me because all the while in the banking admin side and cash handling cash daily. But then but I like because I can travel around. This is what I want. I can
yeah,
move around. I
yeah,
can meet a lot of new peoples, and
yeah,
I was doing that. Then suddenly after because when this is a plus point for salespeople, suddenly someone will invite you to come and join them. So
mm,
because you're meeting a lot of people and sometimes your own customer will become your boss. This
yeah.
happened. So what happened, I then I got a chance to work in a health product. So I joined there. Then after that, again, uh, I went to a hotel line, South Jana Hotel, doing telemarketing. Uh,
Okay.
this, uh, this is something that really helped me because there's a difference between sales, you moving around, you know,
Yeah.
and telemarketing. Because telemarketing, you
So,
sit at one place.
yeah. So what I'm going to say there is you could have rung any one of us as a telemarketer trying to sell us something. And
Yes,
we were
yes.
like, what is this? But anyway, there was something I was going to say there. Oh, to be a telemarketer, I think I tried it once when I was very, very young, and it wasn't for me. Sitting at a desk and talking to people on the phone, like you said, I'm more of an interacting, face to face type person. So I can imagine that when people came to you, like you said, there were people that were customers that said, come and work for me. They wanted you because you have a good persona. You've got a beautiful smile, you know how to talk. And I would say that you put yourself into your job 100% because you wanted to learn. You wanted to learn more about the products. You wanted to learn more about the people because we do learn a lot from watching other people. We do learn a lot by listening to other people. And just before I go back over to you, I just want to make welcome to a few of our new people popping on. Shiva Shankar, thank you so much. Narissa's joined us. I saw her before from New Zealand. Lochnath, thank you for joining us. And anyone else that's coming in from our YouTube channel, or please put where you're coming in from and say g'day. And those coming in on social media. So let's continue on, Kumaran, because this is very interesting. I want to know, and you said you had 4 children. Obviously, some of those are young adults because when was your last one? 2005, or was there one a bit later
Okay,
yet?
okay, yeah. The third one was 2005, and
Yeah.
209. That was the last.
Okay. So
The
you've
fourth
got a
one,
13-year-old, nearly
yes,
14.
15 is going to be 15.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
24. Yeah. Cool. course. No good with my math. I'd be no good as a banker. But I can count money pretty good. So tell us a little bit about your kids as well, and your wife. So, where are they? Do they live at home? Are they in Malaysia? Are they working there?
Okay. My wife is a banker. Remember I told
Oh,
you she was came and worked with me in
yeah.
for 3 months, and then after that she left. So she went and joined another bank, a very famous bank in Malaysia, Maybank.
Okay.
Okay. So she until now she's still with the bank. So that's what made me to leave the banking and go on the sales. Okay. So she's stable. So during the actually the sales really helped me because she worked 9 to 5, so I can do all the running there, running here, and when we have children, we have to send them for after school tuitions, extra
Yeah.
curriculum, all this. So my field work has really helped me because I am mobile. I can fetch them. So this
Yeah.
make me to grow together. And when you have 4 children, one by one, one by one. So sales really helped me. But
Yeah.
one thing is that during this process, I was not doing any MLM, and I don't like MLM. I prefer
Mm,
to do direct sales, and
yeah. I
and
think
and
um, I think a MLM gives us a lot of promises, or promises a lot, right? But it doesn't actually fulfill what our needs are. We like the product. We get sold on the platform of MLM. You just got to keep bringing people in, and make sure that you make a list and make sure you contact them because you want them to keep buying the product every month with an auto ship, and that's where things fall apart because we're given these empty promises about how this could work for you. But we know, and I know you will share this with people, and with our listeners tonight, that we have found out that only about 2% of the people out there are the ones who make the money, and they're very good marketers, or they have the income to be able to keep bringing people in as they fall off the other side, because after 3 months they get you, they suck you in. Let's do 3 months, buy this product. It's going to be fantastic. Buy as much as you can because that'll get you to the first platform position, whatever. So, you end up with either products, too many products, or you're giving away products to your family, hoping that they will join you, or your friends. I've still got products from 4 years ago from a company that I joined to do more with cleaning stuff. However, it doesn't mean that I don't clean. It's just that I had bought so much product within those first 3 months that, and it was a product that lasts. There was nothing wrong with the product, except the fact that they were saying that it was this way, and different things were coming out about it, that it wasn't so environmentally friendly. However, it still had some very good products involved in it. I've been in the health industry as well, joined companies, and there are still a couple of products that I take that are from an MLM company. However, I don't do it as a business, and I haven't done for a very long time because of those false promises. Now, one of the things that I'm sure listeners want to hear is about your journey into On Passive, but keep going with, like, you found MLM, you tried this, you tried that, but what about your story into On Passive? How did you find it, or how did On Passive find you? And please give a shout out to your
yeah.
sponsor if you want to.
See, uh, there's the MLM is the bridge. If we don't have a MLM, it won't connect on passive.
Yeah.
So this is what happened when I was a telemarketer. One of my in 2011, one of the customer cold call. When I was calling, he called me, Kumaran, you must come and see me. So
Mm,
so I went, and because who knows future, he's going to be my customer. So sometimes I'll accept their request. So I went. That's where I met one of the top distributor for Kangen water in Malaysia. So he invited me to do Kangen water, and and at this time, social media was there. In 2001, 2011, social media was there. And the MLM is already different, because earlier I don't like, because we have to do with the local people. We cannot go global. But once social media came, internet was there, we can communicate with everyone globally. So then it put me a different idea about MLM. So
Yeah.
I start join doing Kangen water, but then still the buying powers was not there. So I because Kangen water is expensive. It's not to everyone. So what happened? I told the one who sponsored me. I told him, give me, this is not I'm going to do now at the moment. I want to upgrade myself, and I want to go to the circle of buying powers. So I went back to my direct sales, and I joined. I'm sure you're familiar with Rainbow Vacuum. Rainbow Vacuum. Okay, it's very famous. It's very famous in the US. So I joined this company, and it's very expensive vacuum that use filter as water as the filter. So there
Right.
I met the circle. And I was
Yeah.
doing that, and then one of my friend from Singapore, he invited me to come and join and do work in Singapore for Rainbow. So in 2019, I went there. Then since I like to do sales and MLM, so even that is direct sales, but I came across one of the product, MLM, where all my friends now in Singapore in on passive are there. That's how I made a connection with them. So what happened when COVID came in 2020? So I was back to Malaysia. Okay, no choice because of the COVID. I was I was in staying in the house, and cannot move around. And that's where my friend from the Singapore connection networking, uh, he introduced to me on passive, and he said it was in 2021 March. He told me, Kumaran, in 2 weeks time we're going to launch. Why don't you join?
and
So
and who was that person? Do you want to give them
that
a shout out?
yes, yeah, it's Satish. Satish introduced to me. He's from Gujarat,
Yeah.
India. He told me, Kumar, in 2 weeks time, end of March, we're going to launch on passive. Please join. Don't miss this. So actually, the
Yeah.
first time I never take it serious. I just leave it. But I don't know. There's one time somewhere early week of the April, I it came, and I called back Satish. Is the on passive still on? Is it started? He said, yeah. Still come. Then I joined. Then what happened? He put me in a group, in a group of WhatsApp group. When I saw the list, all my friends from Singapore, Mabel Chan, Joanne,
Yeah.
Faith,
Yeah.
all there. Then I called them. How come, Mabel, why you never invited me? Then she said, Kumar, I already sent you somewhere in November 2020. Already invited you, but then you never take it serious. And I'm more to a product base. All the while I was selling product base. I don't do investment. So she said that's why she never pushed me. So it's
So,
okay.
so you, yeah, so it's not, that, if people are listening out there, On Passive isn't an investment company. We are a AI IT technology company bringing out some of the best products in the world. And yeah, that there was a chance that we were going to launch at that stage. However, things changed and things evolved, and products needed to be way better than what was already out there. But the fact is that they're all on one platform. So that's what made it really exciting for me, even though I came in for my great niece Mimi, not for a business. Was there something there that did you watch a video from Ash, or was there anybody else, perhaps Mike Ellis or Dr. Bill? Because I know Dr. Bill has a great love for Singapore. I also have a friend and a lady who is on my team, so to speak. We don't call it that, but a lady who in from Singapore who's a dear friend of mine as well. So I must get her to contact you over there because she's a little bit alone over there. So, but talk about, you know, what you saw or how you felt when you found out about what On Passive really was.
Okay. Actually, when I first joined, I take it this is another a product, something like another investment. So I just
Yeah,
put one side because I don't approach people to join an investment. I thought on passive is an investment because not much information shared by my friend Kujarat Satish.
yeah,
So I never share with anyone. I was just observing in the WhatsApp group for 6 months. For 6 months, I never until November. I never because I joined in end of March. For 6 months, I never share with anyone.
yeah.
But during this process, 6 months, I joined doing online thing, and I joined BNI business networking. Okay, so I was with them. So and since it's COVID, they are doing online meetings and everything is online using Zoom. So I was already experiencing how to use Zoom, how to do the breakout rooms, where the trainer will go around, and sometimes they have about more than 500 members come and join. So
Mm,
all this I was experiencing during this period. But then the WhatsApp group, I just observe what's happening. But then there was somewhere in October, September, Dr. Bill came inside the picture. He joined the Singapore group in the WhatsApp group, and everybody was welcoming Dr. Bill. And
mm,
same time in the Facebook, I saw the numbers on passive founders going from, because when I joined, it was about 500, and it became 1 million in November.
mm,
Dr. Bill there and 1 million. And the best part, there's no overheading been shared or commission been shared. Founders are coming with their heart and joining on passive. So
absolutely.
this made me a curiosity to find out what's happening.
Mm,
And the first thing I did, I go and Google Dr. Bill William, because I never go through on Ash videos because I thought this another Arab countryman is sharing something. So I just put it, you know, I never watch. But then
yeah.
I went and Google about Dr. Bill William. I saw all the bless he was doing in Kenya, and that gave me a doctor in the early 70s and is doing all this thing, and this must be a genuine business.
Mm,
And that's why here he's busy active in on passive. So what happened, Mabel their Zoom started their
mm,
first Zoom. So I missed the first Zoom, but then I joined the second Zoom, where Dr.
yeah.
Bill William came, and from there there's no ending. That's how my
Yeah. I used to visit Singapore quite a lot in the early days, and I used to be there almost every week. We'd have our Australian one, then I'd be straight over to Singapore. But life gets busy, you know, and I'm busy sort of looking after, you know, some in Australia and surrounding islands and doing my lives and you know, doing videos and things like that. So it became too busy, and it was so late at night. I'm exhausted, you know, and then I do Chris's live and Marty's live. It is like, oh my goodness. And we had many long webinars back in the day. You know, one of the things I suppose you said was, you know, that sometimes we resonate with people from the heart, but it doesn't mean that our CEO doesn't have a heart. You just found that Dr. Bill, because he was sort of more of a local, you know, just one of us, you know, the same with Mabel. and any of those that coming in from Singapore. And I'm glad that you found the support that you needed within Singapore, because they are a very good group. Mabel does an exceptional job on when she presents and things like that, quite incredible. Plus it falls into a time zone where you do have India and Bangladesh and places like that that can frequent somewhere where they can listen to somebody different, but also, you know, like Dr. Bill and those other leaders that are sharing stuff, I suppose, on what's happening and keeping everybody up to date. So you've been in since about 2021, you said?
I joined in 21 March, but I was not active until November because
Yeah, but that's fine. That's fine, as long as you join in March
yeah,
2021.
one. But
And keep
but what
going.
happens? What happens when, because I'm from the sales background, I do my own research before I share with someone. So
Yeah,
I start watching Michael Williams, where the apples, he's talk about the apples. So that clicked my my mind.
yeah,
This I must tell about Kamal. He was my first one I share with Kamal. Okay, so Kamal is from Singapore. So I put one ID. He came and he put another an ID. Then after that, a few days later, he brought his wife to join as a founder. Then I went and
nice.
called Kamal and asking why you straight away bring your wife. Then he shared Michael Williams videos to me.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
so that's how, oh my God, so much things there. And Michael was sharing about AI, all that. Then I start doing my research, and then I went and saw our CEO's video
Yeah, yeah.
where he
And,
was
and
talking
that's
about.
fine. Like I said, we all do it differently. I didn't come in, I hadn't listened to Ash's videos at all. I listened to two from Mike Ellis. And I absolutely love Mike Ellis. You know, he's an amazing speaker and speaks with such authority in a sense, but also from an understanding. You know, lots of people don't understand people if they go off on numbers or too much this, too much that. But I found Mike to be very pleasant to listen to, easy to understand. And I mean, I joined very quickly within hours of having a look at those videos. Like I said, I didn't come in for a business, I came in for Obless as the crowdfunding platform for my great niece Mimi, who has cerebral palsy. I wanted to fundraise for her so she has never to worry about her treatments for the rest of her life, and any equipment that she uses, because she's 12 and she's still unable to walk yet. So she has lots of expensive treatments here in Australia, and the main, operation and things like that, which is a costing of over $100,000 for her to have surgery. She needs to fly to the US. Big expenses from Australia to get to the US, and then accommodation. All of the, if all of the, I suppose, lead up to seeing how they can do the operation, and then the follow up treatments for staying for a length of time, because you can't just fly home straight after the surgery. So it really is important, I think, that we share how we came in and why we came into On Passive, because it is, some of us are different. Some of us came in for different reasons, or we saw it a different way of how it could help others. Now, I know you have a big heart. It's as big as your smile. And I know that you said that you resonated with those who you saw coming from a heart. Now, I want to, because we're sort of running to time right now, but I want to share, or want you to share more about what it is that you feel that On Passive is going to do for you and your family, and then expand on that a little bit more about what you want to do in your community, maybe your country, to help those around you. So I'd love to hear that, and I'm sure our listeners would too. And thank you for all of those new ones joining in. I saw you, Bimal, Reyes, Sheb. I never get it right. Sorry, but I love you. Damendra, thank you all for joining us. It is a wonderful evening sharing with Kumaran tonight, but please share a little about what you want to do, who you want to help, and everything like that.
the first thing, remember I told you I watched our CEO's video.
Mm.
The two things that clicked me is that he was talking about corruption and he was
Mm.
talking about oblast. So since we are a minority in Malaysia, the Tamils, okay. So Malaysia here they practice quota system. That means if you have 100 seats to qualify to a university, the first about 90 will go to the majority community, and Tamils and Chinese we get two or three. It's like that. So for education wise, it's tough here. So the rich people they will go to overseas, the study to continue their higher education. Okay,
Yeah.
so this really the oblast where it clicked, because I was thinking of helping the community in Tamil
Mm.
community, basically Tamil schools, the primary Tamil schools. So I want them to have a proper study education. So, and
Mm.
also the sports we have, you know, because of the poor education and there's no support financially. So these are the two areas we don't see any Tamils doing very well. But before that, in 80s, in 70s, the South Indians, Tamils in Malaysia, they are very famous. One of
Mm.
my brother, he was doing very well in football, and
Mm.
he's played for the national country, national for Malaysia. So that's one of the reason why I want to come and help the Tamil communities here, and the
Yeah.
corruptions in Malaysia is very high. I'm sure you have seen in newspapers. So I don't like. So when our CEO is talking about this, uh, so it's really clicked me, and that make me to because I can't do with my account one alone with one ID. So that's where I start sharing with my friends, because I want to create a community in
Yeah.
Malaysia among my friends so that we can work together. So
Yes.
same mind with me, I start sharing. And also Mabel asked me to join the Singapore group as a host, and we started change the name to webinar, All Patients Singapore Malaysia Global. So
Yeah.
I was with them and supporting. So indirectly, I built my team. That direct team I have about less than about 100, that from Tamils, not the other
Yeah.
race.
Yeah.
So that's how I built. Then I was doing my homework with all the videos, like what you say, Mike Ellis, Marty, and
Mm.
Chris Johnson's, and and it also make a connection with Dr. Derek from Dream Team, and Debbie. So it's really, I saw
Yeah.
the online thing is there already, so global. And this is how, and I hear their stories about how they want to help their countries.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
really make me.
I think part of On Passive and hearing about people share their stories, we have heard many over the years, and I think that is very very honourable, because what the vision of our CEO is to build, those around him rather than those who already made the money, those 2% or 1% that always make the money. He made it for the commoner like you and me, those in countries that were really struggling, so that we could uplift humanity, a hope for humanity, but also to uplift them. One of the main products, I suppose, is Academy. And Academy is going to change the world with the way that teaching is going to happen in different communities. Here in Australia, we have public system, we have private Christian schools and things like that. But in a lot of the communities like Malaysia, also in the Indonesia islands, and also Papua New Guinea and places like that, they don't have that availability to them. They have to walk for miles to even get to school, if they make it, and the thing is, like, the products are what's going to really stand out, in the sense that it's all on one easy platform. We have seen some of the products. One of our ones, tonight we're using the company, with through my production manager. However, there's many platforms with video conferencing, but we have seen ours, and oh my gosh, it stands out above and beyond, and the value that he's bringing because of these products. Now, one of the things that I saw was that for a man, a normal man, Mr. Ash Mafara, with his family, decided to commit themselves for the rest of their lives, basically, to be able to bring this change to the world. When you put together, yes, there's video conferencing platforms, there's email accounts, there's this, and how many tabs do you have open on your computer to do your work, whether you're in an office or whether you're a business owner, a small business owner, whether you are another company, whether you go out there to markets, bricks and mortar businesses and things like that. There's going to be something for everyone there. And that's what I really liked about it once I started to learn more about what On Passive was. So we are an AI IT technology company bringing the best of the best with the best value, all on one easy platform. So if people can just wrap their heads around that, instead of having all of these tabs open, going here, paying this monthly fee here and that monthly fee there, you're going to get so much value and the best of the best products. Now, people don't know about it. People can't see it yet, but it is coming, and we know that. Kumaran, we are sort of running a little bit over time, so I'm just going to duck over to my website so that I can show people quickly about me, my book. I'm an author, published author. I wrote a story about my life because I have survived and lived through sexual, physical, and mental abuse. One of the things that I think that many people hear are that they want or they want to feel needed or loved or cared about. And one of the things that we bring, particularly within On Passive, is that community feel where you should not feel alone. You are not alone within On Passive. And I want to thank each and every one of you for stepping up, being there, supporting the YouTubes, the lives, the webinars, coming along and supporting myself here tonight, with our special guests each and every week. That has been an amazing journey for me. So this is my website. It's just narellewarcon.com. You can see me here. I have a book available. I'm not here to be a bestseller or to sell it all over the world, but I do want to share it out there so that people who have been through or are going through many things in life will find that my book will maybe bring awareness, I suppose, around them, for not feeling alone within those, like domestic violence and things like that, which is very prevalent within many countries and many communities. This is a blog. I write my blog every day, usually. Sometimes I miss. But one of the things, every day is a fresh start to live in the moment and enjoy life. So we all have that choice. We hear Marcy and Chris talking a lot lately about, being strong, and we have those choices. Every day you have a choice to get up and say, this is not how it's going to end for me. I can change. You have that within you. Trust me. I've been there. I've been down rock bottom a few times in my life, and it's been hard to get back out. But with the support and love and knowledge and acceptance of yourself for who you are, love who you are, take the wisdom of the women in the world and keep them at your side always. There are many, many wise women out there. I claim one as myself, because everything that I've been through. I had open heart surgery back in 2015. I had a triple bypass at the age of 54. So sometimes when things seem to be falling apart, they may be actually falling into place. And that is so true. I'm just going to come back here now, because I don't want to keep everybody for too long. But what I want to say is you do have a choice. Your choice is to get up every morning and be thankful that you are alive to start with. Now, whether you believe in God or not, I do. And my prayers are for a lot of people out there right now that are struggling. But I've been there too. I've been there without money. You know, I've been there where I wondered how I was going to eat each week, looking after my children as a single mum. I haven't always had it easy. Is it easy now? Not necessarily so. But we all know that keeping happy, keep that smile. And when you give to others, our gift, and I was talking with Kenton this afternoon about this, it's about people being able to give something without it costing any money. Well, there's many things that you can do. You can open a door, you know, you can say hello, g'day, you can smile at people. You know, there's lots of things that you can do to make another person's day. Stop thinking that it's just about you, because you're not the only one who's going through these hard times. There are many at the moment, but we are here to uplift you, to help you, to support you, to inspire you that it is okay. You know, they don't, Marty and Chris and them and Red's another good one, are not out there sharing because they're, you know, what for? You know, because they're courageous, they're God-fearing, they're loving men that would never lie in this situation. There is no reason to. It's not bringing them any money, you know. So remember that we're all fighting our own battles, and you don't know who you're standing next to today, tonight, tomorrow, that may be just on that edge and needs somebody just to say it's okay. Hello, how are you? You know, so just reach out to people around you. I'm going to bring Kumaran back on because I want you to have your last little say before we run out of time. Like I said, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you here. Sometimes it's hard because the first time we can't fit everything into it because time gets away, and it's already been an hour. So or close to, sorry. But yeah, so if you want to just have your last say, it is coming up for Christmas next week. So remember, our Christmas party is tomorrow night here in Australia, New Zealand, and surrounding islands. You are all welcome. Excuse me. Please bring your Santa hat and your big smile, and come along and enjoy it. 8 p.m. Queensland time. So that will be 6 p.m. for you in Malaysia, and also different countries. We will be putting it up on our Facebook page, OP Australia and New Zealand Oceanic Ambassadors. Look for that page, and please like it if you or like things over there. I do put a lot of information onto that page. Reach out to me if you do want the information. There's also going to be a Zoom link tomorrow night, so we're coming in through Zoom as well as a YouTube. So keep an eye out for that and reach out if you need the link. Kumaran, like I said, it's been an absolute pleasure. I know a little bit more about you. I still don't think you're 57, and I would love to see a picture of your wife and children, but not tonight. But I'm sure that she's absolutely beautiful, and please say hello to them, and God bless you all over there in Malaysia, and thank you for stepping up to be one of our on passive early birds, you know, whatever you want to call it these days. But we appreciate you, and thank you for seeing the vision of our CEO, Mr. Ash Mafara. So please go ahead and give us your last words. Thank you.
It's not last word, but it's a long one, bit little long. Okay.
Okay.
I now the what's happening is that they are telling scam, on passive scam. But I just want to tell them, for all these people who think it's a scam, hey, scammers, you know what? If let's say our CEO is a scammer, means what he have done. Remember, we moved from O founder, Go founders, we migrate to O founder. We have about 1 million founders there. That is the time the scammers will take the money and they will disappear. But after that, our CEO, what he did, he bring in O Connect. He bring in Burj Khalifa. He bring in the football, World Cup. We are advertising in the World Cup. Then we are doing a lot of expo in Dubai, and then he created O Media. So many function we participated. So as a founder, you just ask question: is he a scammer? If you can answer all the question I just mentioned, you will find the answer. So stay with our CEO, always pray for him. We are like what Oliver said, brother. We are fine.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's wonderful. We don't like to go down the negative track. For any of those out there who may be thinking negative or thinking that On Passive is negative, we have been here 6 years now. We are not going anywhere. Yes, things have changed. Yes, things have evolved. Just as it is when you open a business, you don't stay there for the whole time. Sometimes you change addresses. Sometimes you up the marketing. Sometimes you have to change the way that you're selling stuff or what you're selling. You know what I mean? This is a big platform. This isn't just one product or tool coming to the market, as in, say, Zoom or Facebook or any of those. That was one platform. And remember, they started in a garage, most of them, or an attic. But they didn't start where On Passive has started. Don't be out there bringing about negativity, because the ones who will see it for what it truly is are here. Okay, so don't worry about those who bring in the negatives. They will find out for themselves. Okay, so I just want to say that first, Kumaran, because we don't like to sort of spend much time on that. We don't need to explain ourselves to anybody. If we trust and have faith in our CEO, then that's our vision. Okay, we follow his vision, and at the end of the day, it really will be a change to our world and a change, that hope for humanity. Oh my goodness, like just thinking about how we will change many people's lives just by being able to support and lift them up, uplift humanity. Oh my goodness, it makes you get goosebumps. But I'm just dropping over to the, I'm just going to jump over quickly to the chat. Sorry for moving. I get a bit stiff after a while. SFABs, Narelle, I'm on Passive to help lift others. Although we can't all be equal, believe we should all have enough at any level each person is at. Thank you, Ash Mafari, your family and tech team. That's so beautiful. Thank you so much, SFABs. That's a really lovely thing to say. Thank you for your support. Narissa, thank you so much. Thank you, Kumaran. And Narelle, enjoyed the sharing very much. Good night all from New Zealand. It's very late for Narissa. Sorry, Narissa. That's why we try and sort of keep it to time. Demendra, he's saying good morning. So he's coming in from, I don't know where, actually. Could be India, but that would be afternoon, evening then. Raysheb, Bimal, thank you so much. Vinod, thank you if I missed you. Kay Hines coming in from Brisbane. Thank you so much for your support. Reach out anytime. I'd love to have you on for you to share your story. Remember, we're coming into the Christmas time. Next week, we won't be here because it will be Christmas Day evening. So we're having a little 1 week break. We may still be putting up a video. Shiva Shankar, thank you so much for being here. Shri Milan, thank you so much for being here. Loknath, appreciate you. Shirazi, which is Sarah, Johnny. You need to message me so I can say your name right. If you do want to read a free chapter of my book, please go over. There is a chapter, narellewarcon.com/chapter 1. You can go over there and just have a read of the first chapter before you buy the whole product. You can buy from me here in Australia for a signed copy, or you can buy online at Amazon. So go to your Amazon store. Roy Davies, thank you so much. I appreciate everything you do, Roy. I see you here, there, and everywhere. And it's really lovely to see so many people supporting each other. That is really amazing. Om Prakash, thank you so much. Nasir and Manik, thank you so much. So we did have a lovely little crowd here tonight. Again, if you are new to the YouTube channel, please, please subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. We do go live. Remember that we're coming live to you tomorrow night for our Christmas party here in Australia and New Zealand. I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you once again to Kumaran You've been an absolute star. I look forward to having more contact with you in the future and working with you in bringing about that vision of our CEO, Mr. Ash Mafara. So thank you once again. See you all tomorrow night for our Christmas party, and love to you all and blessings. Thank you once more for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Bye for now. Love you all.